friends, welcome to another video. I want to start the video with a hand meditation, so I invite you to put up your hand. For those of you who haven't done this with me, we use our hand to meditate, and we take a breath in on the way up and a breath out. So let's start this together. Deep breath in and exhale. You can do this at your own pace, whatever feels right for you. Breath in, breath out, in, out, in, out, in, and out. This really helps to ground us and give us a sense of really feeling we're grounded in our body and brings us back. So a breath is a great anchor. So yesterday when we were together for the video, and for those of you who didn't see it, don't worry, you're not missing out, but maybe just go back and watch that one at a later time. I was talking about the two Sallys. So there was the little hello Sally introducing us to the two different voices or you know, two different thoughts that are sometimes in our minds. And yesterday what I was talking about was the difference between the doing self, the one who wants to be productive, who wants to use this time to do and achieve and create, and then the non-doing, which is the person who, or the thought of quieting and using this time for, you know, just not doing. So we were in that debate. When I was thinking about the doing part, it really made me reflect on how COVID started for me. So what happened is initially when I got the news about, you know, the isolation and all that, so once the fear and that anxiety subsided, I was actually so excited to be told not to do anything. But sure enough, like many of you, I couldn't tolerate that not doing. So I had to find things to do. I couldn't imagine not being productive. I had to do. And part of it was also seeing what others were doing. So many of you are familiar with FOMO, which is fear of missing out. In some circles, they use JOMO, which is the joy of missing out. But many of us are on the FOMO side. And early on in this process, a colleague and dear friend emailed me exactly about that, FOMO, about seeing all the productivity and all the amazing things that other colleagues were doing and that he wasn't. And so we had a beautiful email exchange about, you know, what is the drive to keep wanting to do and comparing to others. This existed pre-COVID, it will exist now, and it will always continue in our lives because we are rewarded on productivity. So what I would like to invite into my life, and maybe you can consider it into your life, remember the days when Sunday was a day off? And do you remember when malls weren't open? And like, I'd immigrated to Canada during that time where Sundays was maybe a rest day, or it was a day where truly everything was shut down. Well, now our lives are 24/7. Nothing is ever really shut down. So I want to invite you that even if you feel that you want to incorporate the non-doing, it's not realistic for many of us to just not do. It kind of jolts the system too much. But maybe let's try to incorporate the not doing a little bit more than we did before. Because we have the opportunity, those of us who are at home, and I know our frontline workers, and we're grateful for them that they are doing, and they're doing a lot right now. For some of us, we can help them, and to the best that we can, but for the time that we have that we're not doing, let's maybe use this time, and the not doing will give us an opportunity to trigger parts of our brain that might actually reveal something to us that we didn't know before. So the invitation here is to take the doing self, the one that wants to produce, the one that wants to keep going, the one that wants to push and figure out this time to achieve and get and, you know, do something spectacular, and maybe just like take the time to pay attention to those things that we wanted to that aren't necessarily productive, but they may reveal something about ourselves that we wouldn't have otherwise known. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow.